Hi, everyone. This is Phil Roos again. I wanted to share a couple of updates on my latest thinking about the COVID crisis and also share some ways we at GrowthWorks are trying to help our clients and friends to emerge from all of this in good shape and to be able to thrive on the other side of it. I've done my best, as I'm sure many of you have, to try to keep on top of the latest, most authoritative assessments of how this crisis is likely to play out, many of which I've found quite sobering, to be honest. We may get lucky, we may have the miracle vaccine or new treatment that emerges, but if I'm really honest about it from everything I've read, I really believe that the most likely scenario is that this virus and its impacts will be with us for months and probably for 2 to 3 years into the future, along with some permanent changes in how we think and act. We're all trying to get a grasp on the incredible costs of all of this in terms of lives lost, economic devastation, and the inability to go about our normal ways of connecting with others. On the positive side, I see an era emerging of great innovation to figure out how to do the work that we normally do and how to live our lives in new ways. I see a renewed appreciation for the natural world and for staying connected with the people who are really most important to us. And I also see an urgency in many of us to make the very most of our lives while we can. In the past few weeks, my colleagues and I at GrowthWorks have done a lot of listening to our clients, friends, and experts to try to figure out the best way we can be helpful. We're known for helping organizations navigate disruption, helping them map the ways in which disruption will affect their businesses and finding opportunities to thrive amidst these disruptions. That work could not be more relevant than it is in the time of COVID. But we have also focused significant resources toward helping clients in some very specific ways to try to deal with the current situation, some of which I've mentioned before, but these have really taken shape in the past few weeks. The first one is that we have been bringing that disruptor lens that we're really known for to helping clients figure out what it'll take to get through the acute phase of the COVID crisis, but then also to make the strategic pivots that will allow them to thrive once we get to that other side, where the world's going to be quite changed. The second thing is we have completely virtualized our innovation and growth development offerings, starting with talking to customers and consumers, doing insight work to try to learn where they're going and what opportunities there are to serve them better, on to things like ideation and strategy sessions. We recently did a 2-day, pretty complex ideation session with consumers and outside experts and excursions and all sorts of things. And we did it completely virtually, and it went really well, and we had great results from it. And then on to the later stages of innovation or development of new growth initiatives, where we do co-creation with customers or consumers. And we've made that completely virtual as well. And what we're finding is that we're getting the same or better quality, but we're able to do it more efficiently and actually, in some cases, more affordably than we could do what we once thought was a mostly live, in-person kind of effort that was needed. Finally, we've begun a series of in-depth conversations with everyday consumers representing a variety of cohorts. We're seeking something different than what has been provided by the great work from several market research firms who are tracking consumer, sort of taking a pulse on consumers and their attitudes and how they're shifting and what they're worrying about right now. We're actually trying to do an effort to get to deeper truths about how COVID is affecting people's lives, and get to what things are going to really be sticky and fundamentally change their needs and really represent opportunities for our clients to serve them better. We'll be sharing some of the key insights from that work just informally and through social media and other forums. But we're also open to customizing some of those conversations to meet the needs of specific sectors or organizations. So if you have an idea of something that you think it'd be really good to look at for your own sake or for just in general, please let us know. We'll be sharing on social media more details of those 3 offerings that I just went through, but I wanted to give you a sense of them and give you a sense of what we're doing right now, and also just encourage you to give us a call if you want to discuss how we might be able to help you with your more specific situations. Don't worry about budgets right now. We just want to be helpful. And I think we've got some ways that we can really help in a very scrappy way here as we move forward and all try to address this crisis. Thank you all for all you're doing to help keep our society moving forward, to keep each other safe, and to keep hope in our hearts as we work together toward a better future. Be well.